Good morning students. Today we are going to discuss about the solutions. Our second topic means our second unit, this one. So from this you are going to get 1 4 marks and 1 2 marks. Compulsory problem you are going to get here. So mainly in this what we are going to discuss here means what are the contents. So what are the topics in this lesson is nothing but here. So first of all, type of solutions. Next one, expressing concentration of solutions. Next one, solubility. Next one, vapor pressure of liquid solutions. Next one, ideal and non-ideal solutions. Colligative properties and determination of molar mass, abnormal molar mass. These are the contents of the solutions. From this we are going to get 4 marks. Mainly is expressing concentration of solutions here. Okay, so in this we will be knowing molarity, molality, mole fraction, like this we are going to know. So from this only you are going to get 4 marks, and also from this also vapor pressure of liquid solutions is nothing but Raoult's law. From this also you will be getting one problem. So whether from this or from this you are going to get 4 marks question. Okay, so let us enter into a topic now. So what do you mean by solutions? Solution is nothing but, so simple example, general example you take it. Okay, so when you are mixing salt and water or sugar and water, so when you are mixing that one, so what happens, it will be clear liquid. Means what, we are taking two types here, one is water, another one is solute. So when we are mixing both of that, what will happening, so it is giving clear solution, means which is in same phase. Okay, so homogeneous mixture, homo means what here, same. So the same phase of mixture, which when we are mixing of a mixture of homogeneous mixture of two or more substances, we call it as solutions here. So homogeneous means same, means what, we are getting clear liquid now, that one we call it as solution. Okay, so example we can take salt water or sugar water. So generally what in this we are going to have two types, that is solute and solvent. Okay, solute is nothing but here very small quantity. What do you mean by solute? Very small quantity, we call it as solute. Solvent means what here, very large quantity. Very large quantity, we call it as solvent. Okay, so here let us take a plate. In this plate some salt is there. This one we call it as solute. Very small quantity now I am taking. Now in a beaker or in a glass I am taking water. Okay, so this one very large quantity. So finally it is giving solution. Okay, this one solution. See here, homogeneous mixture of two or more substances, we call it as solution. So two substances we are taking here, that one it is giving solution. How it is getting, this is a solute, very small quantity. Sugar is a very small quantity, and coming to here solvent, solvent is a water. Whatever we are taking more quantity, that one we call it as solvent. So when we are mixing both of these, what it is giving, solution. So this is nothing but solution, solute and solvent. Very small quantity we call it as solute, and very large quantity we call it as solvent. Okay, so here next these are going to have some characteristics. What are the properties we are going to have in solution means, so it is a homogeneous mixture, Okay, solution is a homogeneous mixture. And next one, solution takes place only in physical state. Solution takes place only in physical state, not in the chemical state. Okay. See here, solution, whatever we are taking, it is going to take place in physical state. Physical state means what? So we are taking salt water. So it is meant by physical state. We are not taking any chemical reactions here. Yes or no? So it is not possible in the chemical reactions. It is possible only in the physical state. Means directly we are proving. So that one we call it as physical state. So it can be, solutions will be formed only in physical state, not in the chemical state. So next one, so solute cannot be separated from filtration. See here, solute means very small quantity. When we are mixing in water, what happens? It is dissolving, it is soluble. So whenever soluble, if I filter this solution, so whenever I am filtering, no solute particle will filter. For example, if you filter sugar and water, so you will get any particles in that? So there is no particles in that. Means what? Why? Because it is a dissolving, solute is dissolving. So if you filter also, filtration is nothing but what here? So if you are filtering that molecules also, solute cannot be separated. Okay, so why? Because it is dissolving completely. So next, solute can be separated. When it is going to separate the solution from solution? Solute can be separated from solution by distillation. By distillation, crystallization, or adsorption. Okay, solute can be, means by filtration. By ordinary filter papers we can't separate solute. If you want to separate solute from solution, means you have to do distillation, crystallization, adsorption. Distillation is nothing but there will be a very long process here. So have you seen in the first year practicals distillation set, when you are taking in the salt and when we are heating that one in some acids or some water? So what will happen means it will take very long time, means 7 to 8 hours heating, 10 days, like 10 hours, like that we have to keep heating. At last finally we are going to get some salt. Okay, so like that we can separate from solution. And crystallization also, from crystals also we can do it. Adsorption also, from adsorption also we can do it. Means what happens means by doing this all is a very long process. So solute can be separated from solution by distillation, crystallization, or adsorption. Okay, so if you want, if solute is a non-volatile compound, non-volatile compound and solvent is a volatile. So it can be separated from solution. Volatile means what? Non-volatile, which can be easily evaporated, which cannot be evaporated. For example, if you have taken kerosene, if you leave it in air, okay, what will happen? It is going to evaporate. Why it is evaporating? It is absorbing some gases, oxygen, okay, O2 gas. It is absorbing, so that's why it is evaporating. So when you take solvent, it is volatile. Volatile is nothing but evaporation. If it is non-volatile, which is not going to evaporate, it cannot be separated. Okay, so means what, like this only, ఒకటి evaporate అయిపోతే ఇంకోటి ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఉండిపోతుంది కదా. సో మీన్స్ వాట్, సొల్యూట్ ఈజ్ నాన్ volatile. So from this also we can separate by distillation. So these are the characteristics of the solution. So these will be having means like density, vapor pressure, boiling point, these all will depends on the solution. The properties of solution, mainly properties of solution like density, vapor pressure, boiling point, depends on relative amount of solute and solvent. Okay, so means what here, the properties of solutions like density, vapor pressure, boiling point depends on relative, means whatever density, vapor pressure, boiling point, it mainly depends on relative amount of solute and solvent, means we can say Raoult's law easily. Okay, so basing upon this, the solution also will show the some type of properties, and also it will show temperature, pressure, and also some compositions, means mole fractions it can be shown. So these are the characteristics of the solution. So what are the characteristics of solution? It is a homogeneous mixture. So solution will be taking place only in physical state, not in the chemical state. Why? Because it is completely dissolving. That's why it is shown in the physical state only, not in the chemical state with any reaction. Have you seen this one example? So it is undergoing in the physical state, not in the chemical state. Okay, solute cannot be separated from filtration. Normal filter paper solute cannot be separated. Why? Because it is completely dissolving particle, so we cannot filter. If solute is separated, if we want to separate from solution, so there will be some process like distillation, crystallization, adsorption. Okay, so these three process to separate solute from solution. If suppose solute is non-volatile, solvent is volatile also, we can separate solution. So solution properties like density, vapor pressure, Vp is nothing but vapor pressure, Bp boiling point, depends mainly on relative amount of solute and solvent. Okay, so means the Raoult's law only, mainly of these solutions only it will depends, and also it is having temperature, pressure, and mole fraction characteristics also. Okay, this is complete about introduction of the solutions. Now coming to classification of solutions. Classification of solutions. Okay, classification of solutions generally classified into three types, that is first one solid solutions, second one liquid solutions, third one gaseous solutions. Classification of solutions mainly depends upon three types, that is solid solutions, liquid solutions, and gaseous solutions. Coming to solid solutions, again these are divided into three types, that is solid to gas, solid to liquid, solid to solid. Okay, so solid solution can be divided into three types. So coming to classification of solutions, these are classified into three types, that is solid solutions, liquid solutions, and gaseous solutions. Again solid solutions is divided into three types, that is solid to gas, solid to liquid, and solid to solid. Okay, so here solid to gas. So what are the examples we are going to take here means solid to gas, dust particles in smoke, dust particles in smoke, we can say examples means when you are heating any wood like that, okay, there will be some dust particles is available on dust wood. So what happens means automatically when smoke is getting, the dust particles will also come out, okay. So the dust particles, so here smoke is a gas and dust particles whatever it is presenting in air, that one is a solid. So this is about example of the solid to gas. Now next one, coming to solid to liquid. Okay, for solid to liquid example is sugar in water, jellies and paints. Okay, solid to liquid. So sugar in water, so when you take sugar, that is a solid, water is a liquid, general example. So jellies, you will be going to eat jellies, okay, chocolates, jellies. So there will be water content, juicy content and also solid content, that one we call it as jellies. And paints, okay, paints also is having water like compounds and also solid contents. If you have seen any paints, okay, this is about solid to liquid. Coming to solid to solid, so what are the examples of solid to solid is nothing but here pearls, the best example is pearls and metal alloys. So these two are the examples of the solid to solid. Pearls is nothing but in Telugu we will be saying mutyalu, okay. So pearls is having solid contents, both when we are mixing in both solids means only we are going to get pearls. And also metal alloys, alloys is nothing but mixture of two metals, okay, that one we call it as metal alloys. Here brass, bronze, like that compounds we are going to take. For example, if I have taken brass, there will be mixture of metals like copper, tin, zinc. So means all metals only I'm going to mixture. So all are in is in solid state, that one we call it as solid to solid. So see, solid state can be divided into three types, that is solid to gas, solid to liquid, solid to solid. So here solid to gas examples what, dust particles in smoke, when we are burning anything, any wood like that, any domestic things. So what happens means smoke is a gas here and dust particles whatever it is presenting in it, that one we call it as solid. Solid to liquid means what, here sugar in water we can take, jellies and paints. Sugar is a solid, water is a liquid, okay. And also jellies we can say juicy type of compounds, now that is, so solid content it is going to have and also liquid content it is going to have. Next one, solid to solid means what, pearls, mutyalu. So metal alloys, metal alloys is nothing but we can take brass, bronze, like that compounds is consisting of different types of metals, mixture of metals, okay. So these are the examples of the solid solution. Next, coming to liquids. Liquids are again classified into three types, that is liquid in gas, liquid to liquid and liquid to solid, okay. So here liquid solutions are divided into three types, that is liquid in gas, liquid to liquid and liquid to solid. So let us say examples of liquid to gas. So liquid to gas examples means what, here what are the examples we are going to take in liquid to gas. So here mist, fog, and clouds. If you take clouds, okay, there will be gas particles and also liquid particles in the cloud. If you take fog, monsoon, so when we are taking this fog means in the early morning in the winter season you will be getting water droplets, means liquid particle is there, and also some type of gas in air particles, that one is a fog. Mist is also due to the presence of atmosphere, there will be liquid and also gas particles. So these are the examples of liquid in gas. And coming to liquid in liquid, so liquid in liquid means what here? What are the examples we are going to take in liquid in liquid? Alcohol, water. Alcohol plus water is an example, and also milk. Milk. So if you take alcohol and water, means alcohol is a liquid, water is also a liquid. That is a liquid example. Milk. Milk is a colloidal solution. In these two phases we are going to have, that is dispersion phase and dispersion medium. So that will be coming later lessons, that I think 4th unit like that. So here milk, coming to milk, the fatty compound is also you are going to have, and also liquid content you are going to have. So means what, both is in liquid solution only. So that's why we say milk is an example of liquid in liquid. Coming to liquid in solid, here liquid in solid is nothing but here butter, cheese. So this is about butter, cheese and sucrose in water, which cannot be dissolved in water, we can say. Okay, so this is nothing but liquid in solid. Butter, okay, butter in this liquid content and also solid content. Cheese also you will be getting liquid content, water content. And here sucrose. Sucrose is one type of carbohydrates. It consisting of carbohydrates. So it is also a sugar, but which cannot be dissolved in water, sucrose. Okay, why? Because it is a polymer, monosaccharide. Sorry, polysaccharide this is. So water content we call it as liquid. Whatever salt, whatever carbohydrate we are taking, that one is a solid. So these are the examples of the liquid solutions. Liquid solution consists of three types, that is liquid in gas, liquid in liquid, liquid in solid. Liquid in gas example, mist, fog, clouds. Okay, liquid in liquid means alcohol, water and milk are the examples of liquid in liquid. Coming to liquid in solid means what here? Butter, cheese, sucrose in water are the examples of liquid in solid. Next, coming to here, gaseous solution. So this gaseous solution also divided into three types, that is gas to gas, gas to liquid and gas to solid. So these are the three types we are having. So gas to gas, what are the examples of gas to gas means here? We can say simple example, air and oxygen, acetylene. Air. So in air many gases are present, oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, those all are gases here. So gas in gas means what here? What are the gases present in air? Air is also a gas, and also the gases present in air is also a gas. So that's why we can say this is a gas to gas. Oxygen, acetylene. O2 is a gas, acetylene is also a gas. How we will be saying oxygen, acetylene means welding. For welding particles, have you seen welding? So when they are doing welding, some type of smoke you are going to get, means some type of fire. Okay, that fire particles and also oxygen in the air, oxygen and also that fire particles consisting of acetylene means what happening means the welding purposes we call it as gas to gas examples. And coming to gas to liquid here, gas to liquid examples is nothing but here oxygen in water, and carbonated drinks. Oxygen in water is nothing but some type of moistures we are going to take in water. Okay, that one we call it as means gas one. If you take soda in water, so what will happen? That is a gas to liquid component. Okay, so in the carbonated drinks means what here? Soft drinks you are going to take, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, those type of drinks. Means those type of drinks consist of mainly carbon dioxide gas, carbon. Okay, Coke consists of C. So those type of drinks we call it as gas and liquid. In that water content you are going to have, and also carbon is a gas. So that's why we call it as carbonated drinks. Okay, this is about gas liquid. Next, coming to gas solid. Gas solid examples are here. Hydrogen dissolved in palladium. Hydrogen dissolved in palladium. So if you PD is nothing but palladium compound. So when you are taking any palladium, means any chemicals, any metals are mixed with gases. That one we call it as gas solid. Means what here? Hydrogen is a gas, palladium is a solid metal. Okay, so these type of things we call it as gas solid examples. So now let us see once again classifications of solids divided into three types, that is solid solutions, liquid solutions, and gaseous solutions. Again, solid solutions are divided into three types, that is solid to gas, solid to liquid, solid to solid. For solid to gas, what are the examples we are going to take? Dust particles in smoke. And solid to liquid, sugar in water, jellies, paints. Solid to solid, pearls, metal alloys. So this is about solid solutions. Coming to liquid here, liquid to gas, liquid to liquid, and liquid to solid. So here we are going to take mist, fog, clouds are the examples. Alcohol, water, milk are the examples. Butter, cheese, sucrose in water. Coming to gaseous solution, gas to gas, gas to liquid, and gas to solid. Air, oxygen, acetylene, and oxygen in water, carbonated drinks, and also hydrogen dissolved in palladium. So this is about classification of solutions. Tomorrow we are going to discuss about concentrations. Okay, thank you.